Hello everyone and welcome to the WCG for quarterfinal 4 of the 2023 Australia Day T20 Big Bash, which sees a clash between two tournament heavyweights for the remaining semi-final spot up for grabs as 2 inches short of a length take on Nice Gary. Both of these sides meet for the first time in the competition since that epic semi-final back in the 2020 edition, and this should be a cracker again. And as we take a look at both sides' road to the quarterfinals, Nice Gary rebounded from a first-up loss to the defending champions, how's that, to knock off taking over in their next match, and they would qualify on the wickets taken rule. And for the men in red, they would finish top of Group D with a 100% record. Captains are in the middle and ready for the toss.
All right, the lowest ranked is Nice Gary, they call. Hills? It's a hill. It is a hill.
So it's the Nice Gary skipper Josh Bolling who wins a toss, and he is elected to bowl first. And as we take a look at both sides for this crunch quarterfinal, the men in red will be led by their skipper Hamid Al-Bashir once again, with Justin Brooke and Alex Stepien rounding out the lineup. And they will be coming into this contest full of confidence after finishing top of the pile with a 100% record in Group D. And as for Nice Gary, they will be buoyed by their victory against Taking Over in match 11, which got them through to the final 8. They'll be skippered by Josh Bolling once again, with the two Matthews, Matt Starr and Matt Thorne, rounding out the lineup. And just before we get underway, we'd like to thank our major partner for this year's tournament, Better Beer, who have been fantastic since jumping on board. It is always a day for it here at the WCG. So Wet Up, the 6 offenders, and Taking Over have already punched their ticket to the final 4. Only one of these teams can join them. It's 2 inches short of a length, taking on Nice Gary. Let's get it on. So it is going to be Justin Brooke who will get this quarterfinal underway with the bat. 2 consecutive scores of 22 in the group stages so far. And the men in red will be hoping that he can get them off to another positive start here. So one of these heavyweights are heading back to the semi-finals. And it's going to be Matt Starr of Brooke first up. Here he's in now and he serves up a full toss and he's hammered down the ground. First delivery. Picking up where he left off in the group stages, Justin Brooke. He served those up too often here, Starr, in this tournament. So Starr under pressure from ball 1. As he'll continue around the wicket here again to Brooke. It's another full toss and it's another one put away to the boundary. Brooke on fire here to begin this quarterfinal. To be fair, he's been served up 2 gifts and he's been good enough to put them away. No wicket for 8. So a dream start to this quarterfinal for the men in red. As Starr will continue around the wicket here to Brooke, and this one is a full delivery and he hits this into his ankle and he hobbles down the other end here, does Brooke. Well, that's not a great sign here for the men in red. He will keep a close eye on Brooke. He seemed to hobble down. Yeah, and he looks to be limping back up to the crease. So Brooke just sending 1 or 2 scares through the Reds camp here. Then no wicket for 9 in the opening over. As Starr is in once again to Brooke, and this one's another full delivery where he gets an inside edge onto his leg, and he gingerly moves through for another single. Now there's hands on heads here from Bolling and a few of the Nice Gary players. Let's take a look. Oh, he thought it was hitting, but he was well in. So Matthew Starr in for the final ball of the first over. Here he's in now, and this one's another full toss, and it's another one hammered down the ground for the 3rd boundary of the over. 15 off the opening over. 3 gifts served up. The Reds away. It's going to be Matt Thorne to bowl the 2nd over of the innings. As he's in now to Brooke over the wicket. It's another full toss and it's another one hammered down the ground for the game's first maximum. Nice Gary all over the shot with the ball to begin with, and Brooke is pouncing. The Reds have raced along to 21 without loss. As Thorne is in once again to Brooke, who pulls his length back, and Brooke is good enough to get this away through mid-wicket for another boundary. Justin Brooke on fire in this year's edition. He moves to 24. So it might be the understatement of the tournament, but Nice Gary need a wicket here, as this one's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and Brooke is opted to leave this one alone. So a rare dot here for Nice Gary, as Thorne is in for the final ball of the 2nd over. Here he's in now over the wicket to Brooke. Here, this one's played away on the leg side, but it's well fielded by Matt Starr at mid-wicket. And it's a dot to end with. 26 without loss. It's going to be the skipper, Josh Bolling, to bowl the third over of the innings. He's in now to Brook, and this one's a good length delivery, and there's a big appeal here from Nice Gary. And the umpire says no, and Nice Gary cannot believe the decision. Oh, it's hard to tell off that angle, but the Blues were adamant. So no luck there for Bolling, as he'll continue again now to Brook in the third over. And this one's a back of a length delivery, and Brook rocks back and hammers it down the ground for another boundary. This is a brilliant knock here from Brook. He races to 28, and the Reds are into the 30s. 2 inches short of a length, 30 without loss, as Brook is into Bolling once again. This one hits him on the leg, and he moves through for a leg bye. Oh, and this got tangled up in his body. And there's 1 or 2 complaints here from Nice Gary, but the umpire has let this one go. Yeah, there's not much he could have done about that. Play on. So Bolling is in for the final ball of the third over. He's in now round the wicket here to Brook, who advances and gets a thick outside edge, and this sails over the fence. So Brook's innings at the top of the order comes to an end on 28. An impressive knock once again. It's a big wicket for the Blues, but has the damage been done? So the Reds 1 for 31 after 3, and that wicket now brings the skipper Hamid Bashar to the crease at number 2. Is yet to be dismissed in this year's tournament with scores of 4 and 26 not out. Can he finish off the Reds innings here? So it's going to be Matthew Starr who'll bowl the final over of the innings. He's in now to Bashar, and this one is a bullet which goes past Bashar's head, and he is happy to sway out of the way of it. So a good start there from Starr, who's pulled his length back from that opening over. As he'll continue again now to Bashar. It's another back of a length delivery, but this one is slapped through cover for a boundary to get off the mark. That is a beauty there from the Red skipper. Backs away and hammers it. So Starr to continue around the wicket here to Bashar. Bashar is down the wicket, and he hammers it down the ground. It's 2 in 2 for Bashar. He advances at Starr, picks a length and slaps it. 1 for 39. Starr has been expensive here in this fourth quarter final, as he'll continue to Bashar for the penultimate delivery of the innings, and this one's played back down the pitch, but it's fielded for no run. So we arrive at the final delivery of the innings. The Reds 1 for 39. Bashar advances again and gets another good piece of this, but this time he hits it over the fence. So he's dismissed for the first time in the tournament on the final ball of the innings. But he has propelled his side to a big total here in this quarter final, and it's a stern chase required. So another impressive effort with the bat here from the Reds has propelled them to 2 for 39 after their 20 deliveries. It was often their Achilles heel in tournaments down the years, but they are on fire with the bat. Brook 28, Bashar 8, Bolling and Starr picking up a wicket each, and it's 40 to get for the men in blue for a semi-final appearance. And predictably it will be Matthew Starr who will get this run chase underway for Nice Gary. Scores of 28 and a golden duck in this year's tournament so far. Can he get them off to the start they need here? 40 to get here for Nice Gary, and it's going to be Justin Brook to go around the wicket first up. Here he's in now, and it's a wild swing and a miss there from Starr first up, who lost his shape and got nowhere near it. So a dot to begin with here for the Reds. The pressure will mount with each dot here on Nice Gary, as Brook will continue again now to Starr, and this one's a good delivery. It's driven down the ground, but it's well fielded off his own bowling from Justin Brook. He's been all over it with the bat and with the ball, and now in the field. So back-to-back dots to begin the innings, as Brook is in once again to Starr, and this one's a full toss, and it's whipped off his feet brilliantly for a maximum through mid-wicket. A full toss served up there from Brook, and it has been punished. 6 without loss. So Brook is in for the final ball of the opening over. He's in now to Starr, and he serves up a half volley, and Starr has hammered this through the covers for his second boundary. 10 off the opening over. Nice Gary are away. It's going to be Alex Stepien to go around the wicket here for the second over of the run chase. Here he's in now. This one's a good length delivery, and Starr cannot get this away as he hits it back to Stepien for no run. So good this again from Starr at the top of the order. Got them off to the start they need, as he walks at Stepien and hits this through the covers. This time for a maximum. Star on fire to begin the run chase. He races to 16. Nice Gary, 16 without loss. They're on track here, the men in blue. As Stepien will continue around the wicket here too. Star, and this one's a back of a leg delivery and it's down the leg side. So that will have to be re-bowled. So Nice Gary, 17 without loss. 22 required from 13. So this contest is brewing nicely. As Stepien is in once again to Star, and this one's a short delivery, gets a top edge, and it's gone over the fence. That is a massive wicket for the Reds. They get the dangerous Star for 16. Star forced for the bait. He tries to keep it down, but gets a top edge, I think, onto his head, and it's gone over the fence. One down. Stepien picking up his second wicket of the tournament, and that wicket now brings Matt Thorn to the crease at number 2. Scores of 9 and 6 in this year's tournament to date, and he might need a few more than that here. But he does have the ability to get his side within touching distance. So it's going to be Stepien around the wicket to Thorn, and this one is a back of a length delivery, and it's a swing and a miss there from Thorn, and it is a priceless dot here for the men in red. So it's 22 to get from 11. 2 or ball required here for Nice Gary if they're going to keep their semi-final hopes alive. As Stepien is in for the final ball of the over, and it's an identical delivery and an identical result. And that's a great back half to the over there from Stepien. The Reds are going for the kill. It's going to be Justin Brooke to bowl the third over of the innings. Here he's in now to Thorn, and he gets a thick inside edge, but he can't beat Albasha there at mid-wicket. So 3 dots to begin his innings here for Thorn. He just cannot get the ball away here. As Brooke is in once again to him now, it's another flash outside the off stump. It's another plain miss. It's another dot ball. So the pressure mounts once again here for Nice Gary. 22 needed off 8. As Brooke will continue around the wicket here to Thorn. It's a full delivery. It's another swing and a miss here from Thorn. Nice Gary in big trouble here. And if the Reds can just hold their nerve here, they're going back to the semi-finals. So Brooke will continue around the wicket here to Thorn. He gets a bit of bat on this now, but it's well fielded there by Alex Stepien, who prevents the boundary. The Reds are on fire here in this quarter-final, and Nice Gary have it all to do. So it's 21 to get off this final over, and it's going to be the skipper, Hamid Albasha, to bowl to Thorn. Here he's in now, and this one's hammered down the ground, but it's well fielded off his own bowling from Albasha. The Reds have been fantastic here in this quarter-final, and barring a miracle, they are going to the semi-finals. 21 off 4 here for the 2-time champs. As Albasha is into Thorn, and this one's hit onto the roof, I think. Is it coming back in, or has it gone out? I think it's gone over the fence, it's been given out. Thorn has to go, and with that you'd think all hope is lost. Thorn could barely lay bat on ball, and when he did, he was met with a red wall. Thorn goes for a duck. Nice Gary 2 for 18, and they're heading home. So 21 to get from 3 deliveries. They're going to need a bit of help here, Nice Gary. That wicket now brings the skipper, Josh Bolling, to the crease at number 3. Got important runs against taking over in his last dig. Can he stand up here? So it's Albasha to Bolling for his first delivery, and he hits this over the house, I think. He has. The match is over. 2 inches short of a length, are heading back to the final 4. They have erased the demons from last year and are looking a good bet for this year's crown. The skipper finishes it off, going bang bang in the final over. They move through to a 3rd semi-final appearance, and Nice Gary's tournament comes to an end. So another impressive display here in this year's tournament from the Reds has seen them prevail by 21 runs in quarter-final 4. All 3 of the 2 inches short of a length members chiming in some way, shape or form to get them over the line and book another semi-final appearance. Commiserations to the 2-time champions Nice Gary, whose wait for a 3rd crown extends into another year. So the quarter-finals are done and dusted, and now we have just 4 teams remaining in this year's competition. And we have 2 absolute cracking semi-finals to look forward to here. Semi-final 1 sees the battle between the yellow. It's the 6 offenders up against taking over, with one of these sides to qualify for their first ever grand final. And semi-final 2 is a battle of the heavyweights. 2 inches short of a length, take on the 2019 champions Wet Up. The Reds are the only undefeated team left in this year's competition. However, they have lost both previous semi-finals that they have featured in down the years. And they now take on a Wet Up side who has never lost at the semi-final stage. So we look ahead to semi-final 1, and as mentioned prior, one of these two sides will qualify for their first ever grand final. It's the Six Offenders taking over. It's the Hancock Boys taking on Maybury and Co. And it's next.